change triggers here in a sec. Hold on. Cosmo, welcome back. Okay, cool. I really don't see many streams on YT, especially smaller streams. Yeah, Lucas. It's because TikTok is really the place where people stream more often than not. Cosmo Rage, welcome back. See, what's cool, Lucas, is, Liam, it's the same as, my TikTok is just, Fate ASMR. Ollie, welcome back in. So, Lucas, that's a two-headed thing. Ninetales, hello and goodbye. Have a good night. So, I'm used to streaming on YT, and that's where I built most of my audience. I'm currently at 4,286 subs there. While on TikTok, Dawson, no clue. Is that like a how'd I end up here in a good way or in a bad way, my guy? Okay, Byler, if you think spoons are good with that, listen to it. With, and echo. Sorry, Lucas. Hello, Tristan. Hi, sit down. Nice, Lucas. Vivian, welcome back. Alright, let me go ahead and do a thing quick. So if we get 30 likes on YT, I will go ahead and do slime. The only reason I'm not doing the sub count is because that's not just because how many people we have in here. So yeah, 30 likes and we'll do slime on YT. And then again, if we get 10k likes on TikTok, we will go ahead and do glue as we do. Cosmo, I will do, I'll go ahead and do Billy quick. Skelly, I'll check it after the stream. In case you don't know, this is Billy. He's our ASMR slug. say that's Billy. And then one more, just because it was requested, is we'll do the purple squish ball. Okay, hold on. TikTok, I'm going to do a poll quick. I have a question for you. And I'm wondering, is glue overrated? So if you think glue is overrated, do the smiley face. If you think it's not overrated, do the crying face. So is it a trigger that is just people say it, but it's not as good as people say it is? Or is it as good as people say it is? Let me know. I've already done this on YT so many times that people think it's overrated. So anyways, I'm sending that poll. Go ahead and vote. Yo, tap the poll on the screen. Okay, right now it's 2 and 2. 2 people think it's overrated, 2 people think it's not. We have 96 viewers in the TikTok stream. More people can vote. Come on, let's do it. Also, Miles, welcome in. Isami, hello. How are you guys doing? Yeah, Tristan, you do need a cool outro. Hi, Delsa, welcome in. Okay, that person's getting blocked. Okay, so it turns out it was a tie. It's 50-50 with it being overrated or not overrated. Okay, well, my personal opinion, hi Joel, my personal opinion is it is overrated, and I just want you to listen to these triggers, and we'll do another poll. Skelly, when I get to them, I've been busy, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Lucas, awesome. I'm gonna do this trigger, or I'm gonna do plastic wrap triggers. Y'all let me know if you still think glue is overrated after the fact. Okay, let me go turn this down a bit. This plastic wrap be getting loud. Hi Cody. Ace, welcome back. Okay, so that's the brush on that. Where is it? Okay, here's another one I want to do. Also, if you're new here, make sure you go sub or follow. I'm currently working towards 1,000 follows on TikTok. Currently working towards, I have 4,350 as the goal on YT. So make sure you go follow or sub. And Rockero, welcome in. I'm sure I said that wrong. Lucas, that's the plan. It feels like there's something in the back of my throat. It is so uncomfortable. So that's not the best. That's a grab trigger, but it's still a trigger. There's one more I want to do, and then we'll go ahead and do glue, and we'll do another vote to see if y'all still think it's overrated, or see if y'all still think, see if anything's changed. Because again, I still think glue is highly overrated, just because the sounds you can still make with plastic wrap without glue. Also, Skelly, no. Asta, welcome in. Sounds to the sound of the glue stick that I need to grab. So, I checked my trigger tin. There's one more thing I checked, but I think I'm out of glue. Hold on. So, I'm out of glue. This is another reason why it's overrated. Hey, whoa, it has been a minute. Welcome back. Also, hello, Isabella. So it's like another reason glue's overrated is you constantly need to buy more to do the trigger. Wow, with regular plastic wrap triggers, you just need plastic wrap. So let's do this. YT, if you get 4 more likes, we'll go ahead and do slime. TikTok, if we get to 25k likes, we'll go ahead and do shaving cream. And make sure everyone, if you're on here, go like the stream. The more people that like it, the more engagement it gets, and the better it does. So I've been told. I don't know much about the TikTok streaming process and the algorithm and stuff. 3 more likes for Slime YT. And if you're new over there, make sure you go subscribe. Currently trying to hit 4,300 subs. Also realizing, probably shouldn't stream Monday nights going into Tuesday morning. This stream ain't doing well over there. It's doing great on TikTok, just not great on YT. One more like on YT for us to do slime. Scottish Chase, welcome in. How you doing? Nice, Lucas. You deserve to just chill and enjoy the stream at this point. Tyler, no. Skelly, I didn't have an opinion on those. Person's name, I cannot read it from here. Chari Stars and Skies, welcome in. Glad you like the ASMR. Isabella, to answer your question, technically, yes, it is a cloud, but it's the Akatsuki symbol from Naruto. Just to be specific about what kind of cloud it is. Okay, what trigger do we want to see, Chad? I'll be live probably for another 10 or so minutes. Hey, Flea, welcome back. Yeah, it's been out since I think you were here the other day. Vania, hello. Okay, we do some visual triggers. Actually, let me know what you think of these. Where did I put it? Here it is. Okay, cool. Alright, there's a thing I want to try. I've been messing around with triggers with this thing. Honestly, yes, Kelly. That's the comment starter pack. Alright, let me know what you guys think of this trigger. It's something that I'm messing with. Like, as a visual trigger, what do we think? Just because I don't know what else to do with this, and visual triggers are not my strong suit. Like, at all. Stray Kids, welcome in. Sashimi, you have a good night. Let me know what you think of those visual triggers. Like I said, some of them are still a work in progress. They are not my forte in the slightest. I also know some people don't like visual triggers, so to each their own with that. I am so out of breath tonight, I don't know why. Isabella, I don't have the slinky readily available at the moment. Honestly, Skelly, that's so valid. Exams can be a butt, to be honest. Connection issues, because I'm having connection issues here. Okay, cool. Internet's unstable. That's fun. Okay, that was weird. Sorry to anyone who may have had their ears blown off by TikTok making noise. Yeah, no, my TikTok, my stream lagged. That is on my end. My bad. I don't know what happened. It just, like, lagged out for a sec. I think we're good, though. I think my internet just went out for, like, 30 seconds. Wait, Skilly, hold on. I'll get a fly plane this weekend. Dude, that's cool. Oh yeah, Isabella, I don't have the Slinky readily available at the moment. I'm currently in the US and I stream most of the time, starting anywhere from like 12:15 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And my next stream will either be Friday night going into Saturday or Thursday night going into Friday. I don't know yet. Sniper, give me 5 reasons why I should give that info out. What time is it for you right now? Okay, so Flea and Sniper, I normally start my streams at 4:15 to 5 p.m. your guys' time. So yeah. Let's see, today is going into Tuesday. So with that in mind, yeah, so if I stream going from Friday night to Saturday morning, your guys' Saturday at 4:15. Start looking for the stream. Well, hold on. Friday and Saturday, look for the stream. Hi, Julian. Yeah, it's Tuesday for me too. So I stream at the start of the day for you guys when it's afternoon. So, here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and start working on ending the stream. With that said, if you have been in a few of my streams now, you know I've been starting a thing where I do Bible study ASMR. At least I'm trying to. It's a work in progress. Anyways, I have set up, or I've got a quick little thing I'll share. And it's about one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to it. I'm also putting the words, the Bible study ASMR in there, so that way, y'all don't, for people who don't want to stay, don't have to, because I know some people don't like listening to that. So, here's the deal. Do you know how to speak Portuguese? Not at all. Okay, so let me do a thing. I have some notes here. Good gosh, I feel like I'm dying. So I have a few verses here. The first one is going to be in Matthew 10, and it's Matthew 10, 9 to 17. Let me go ahead and see. Could I pull this up on my phone and make it quicker? Probably. But it's more fun doing it this way. Hey, Brooke, welcome in. Okay, so Matthew 10, 9 to 17 says, let me make sure I'm reading out the right one. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at the right verse. Or looking at the wrong verse, hold on. Shoot, okay. You know what? Flip it. We're just going to do this on the Bible app, and then I'll figure out what that was that I was looking at on there, because I'm pretty sure I was looking at the wrong thing there. Honestly, Brooke, that is so valid. That is so very valid. Why did I not copy and paste these? That would have made my life so much easier, chat. Okay, Matthew 10, 9 to 17. If this Bible app would want to flip and work. Okay, note to self, have it prepared on both ways. Yeah, no, I am so looking at the wrong one. Hold on. What the heck? It's 9, 10, 17. Okay, I was just a chapter ahead. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That makes so much more sense. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's 5. Welcome to Faith's ASMR, where he just struggles like there's no tomorrow. This is my daily life, by the way. I just struggle on a daily basis. Okay, there we go. Matthew 9, 10 to 17. Next page. Okay, so this is about... Strikes again, yes. Okay, here we go. So while Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" On hearing this, Jesus says, It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but the sinners. Okay, so that's part 1 of the pet peeve I have about how, as Christians, we're called to minister to sinners, because those are the people who need Jesus the most. So, the next one I'm going to go ahead and read, which is in support of that, is Romans 3 something or another. Hold on. I copied and pasted numbers in my phone and acted up. Here we go. So it's Romans 3, and then something else. I should have highlighted it, is what I should have done. I think it's 3, then 24, let's see. Okay, it's not that. Shoot, what was that verse? I didn't change what it... clearly I was not ready for this at all. Okay, 3:23, that's what I'm looking for. Also, it doesn't help, it's so small. Okay, here we go. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and all are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that came by Jesus Christ. That's the next thing. It says, like, the reason it's such a pet peeve when I hear people have been hated on by Christians, people who say they're Christians, is the fact that it's like, you're hating on people who are in the same place that you are originally in. Not one Christian has... What I'm trying to say, everyone has sinned. Everyone has had sin on their life. The only way to get rid of that sin is by asking Jesus into your heart, repenting, and turning away from your life of sin. And when Christians go into it with a holier-than-thou attitude, they're going into it thinking, oh, I'm better than you. You should not be doing that. You should be doing this. And it pushes people away rather than draws them in, which is what we're supposed to be doing. Again, Jesus ate with sinners. So why push them away when they're the ones that need to come in? Okay, Matthew 5:14 to 16 is our next one. I've read this one on here before, but I'm going to read it again because I like it. Okay. Matthew 5:14 to 16 says, let's back that up and go to 13. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything, except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. And again, it just goes back to Jesus showed love to the least of these, to the least of us, to the people who we think are a lost cause. And to be a light, you need to show that same light Jesus did to them, or else you're not doing what you're called to do. And it's like, you hear stories of like, I was kicked out of a church because I believed in such and such. Well, the thing is, the people that believe in such and believe in the things that we don't are the people, again, who need to be there the most. And the final verse, if I got it right, is Mark 12:28 to 31. Can you all tell I don't go off scripts easily? What is it, 12:28 to 31? Okay, let's see. Okay, let me make sure this is it. So, this is about the religious leaders questioning Jesus about the greatest commandment is this. One of these teachers of the law came and heard them debating. Noticing that Jesus had given them a good answer, he asked them, of all the commandments, which is the most important? The most important one, answered Jesus, is this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your mind. No, hold on, with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. The second is this, love your neighbor as yourself. There's no commandment greater than these. So, wow, the most important commandment is to love God. The second, holy cow, someone said, what was that gift? And you're a dude, G6, thank you for that, that's awesome. So yeah, John 3:16 is short and sweet. Yeah, no, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And then goes on in 3:17 saying, God didn't send Jesus to condemn the world, but to save it or something like that. I don't have that one memorized. But you know, it's like, if you're a Christian, you shouldn't be spreading hate. You shouldn't be pushing away the people who you disagree with, because again, they're the ones that need Jesus the most. So, if you went to a church and they kicked you out, that's not the church that you need to be going to. They're not a church spreading love. They're a church spreading hate. So yeah, that's my little thing. If you find a Christian who's just hating on you, they're not doing God's work. Hate to say it. Actually, no, I don't. That's legit what it is. Anyways, any questions about that? Going once, going twice. Let me go ahead and do my thing here. For the record, I threw that little devotional thing together in like 5 minutes before the stream. So yeah, no, that is pretty much all I have for today's stream. So yeah, if you enjoyed, do consider subscribing. Scottish, I said it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall have everlasting life. In John 3:16. And do mod apps, yeah, eventually. Anyways, y'all have a nice day or a good night wherever you are, and I'll see ya in the next one. If the buttons work. Why is that not working? That is so dumb. Okay, hold on. Let me do a thing. For whatever reason, it's not putting up the thing I needed to. Oh, you know what? Because I'm pushing the wrong buttons. There we go.